Well, it's a 5-2 loss to start the regular season against the Colorado Avalanche in Colorado. What to expect with a rebuilding team not knowing what to do on the ice? This video is going to be dedicated to these reviews from now on will be dedicated towards my grandma who today passed away. So I do want to mention that the reviews are going to be dedicated to her because probably without her, this channel may have never existed because I would actually call her up from in 2013 probably up until 2016 after every Hawks game to give her a recap, and now that's changed. Um, so Hawks lose it 5-2 against the Colorado Avalanche. We kind of had to expect something like this, right? It's the Hawks against Avalanche, a rebuilding team against the Stanley Cup champions. And, well, the penalty kill was horrendous, of course, to the Avalanche because the Hawks went 2 for 6 on the penalty kill, so allowing 4 out of 6 goals on that power play for the Avalanche. Hawks on their power play, though, went 2 for 3. So that's good. Not so good for the fact the Hawks lost again, but this is something we're going to be seeing quite a bit this year. Faceoff percentage, Hawks went 61.2% at the dot to the Avs 38% at the dot. So a nice job for the Hawks at the faceoff dot, but honestly, all attack was on the Avalanche. They were moving the puck well, outskating the Hawks, getting the Hawks stuck in the defensive zone for minutes on end. Steph Jones had almost a 4-minute shift at one point. Hits were 33-32 in favor for the Hawks, so even amount of hits pretty much. Block shots 15-12 in favor for the Hawks. Shots on goal 17-35 in favor for the Colorado Avalanche. At one point, we were looking at a shot differential of 22-5. So Hawks were able to get more shots in the later part of the game because per period, shots on net were 4-12 in favor for the Avalanche, 6-10 in favor for the Avalanche, 7-13 in favor for the Avalanche in the third period, and total shots, of course, it's 17-35. This was a rough game for the Hawks, but they were able to kind of keep it close. Not so much, really. Frankly, no. The Hawks didn't have any offensive motivation at all on 5-on-5 attack. The Hawks could not get on the 5-on-5 as the Avalanche kept the Hawks into the defensive zone. So let's get into the goals of the game, shall we? Because it was a 5-2 game and the Hawks lost this thing. So in the first period, the Hawks and Avalanche were pretty good battling it off. Hawks may have been outshot at one point, almost 10-3, but they were able to hold up with the Avs, but there was a tipping goal at 13:44 in the first period. Andrew Cogliano scores his first of the season, assisted by Nathan MacKinnon and Devon Toews to make it 1-0 Avalanche in the first period. First goal of the night goes to the Avalanche. And then, shortly after that, the Hawks get a power play, and they are successful at it. At 15:52 in the first period for the first Blackhawk goal of the season, scored by number 19, your captain, Jonathan Toews. His first of the season, assisted by number 23, Philip Kurashev. And number 89, Andreas Athanasiou to tie the game up 1-1 off the power play. This goal was a beautiful setup. There was a fallen Av leading to a great opportunity of 4-on-3 in the slot, basically. Khrushchev tosses the puck over to Taves, and Taves has a wide open net to beat Georgiev to make it a tied game, so Taser gets on the board. We're tied, but it doesn't last long because the Hawks go straight to the penalty kill after they tie it up, and well, here comes the Avalanche. At 17:07 in the first period, Vitaly Natushkin scores his first of the night, first of the season, assisted by Rantanen and Lehkonen to make it a 2-1 game. This was a tip-in goal. Most of the goals by the Avalanche tonight were tip-ins. And, well, Natushkin gets the Avs their lead right back after the Hawks tied it. Hawks sucked on the PK tonight, and, well, here we go, going into the second period, down by a goal. In the second period, the Avalanche will fall attack and gets an early power play. At 3:49 in the second period, Arturi Lehkonen scores his first of the season, first of the night, assisted by Rantanen and Cale Makar to make it a 3-1 game. This was a wrist shot by Lehkonen right on the doorstep to beat Mrazek, and it's a power play goal. Hawks had a rough time with it. The Avs moved the puck well, get it up to Lehkonen in the slot, and he beats Mrazek, basically. Hawks continue to press and get stuck in their defensive zone. Jones was held up in there for almost 3.5 minutes at one point. And, well, later on at 10:12 in the second period, Lehkonen again on the power play for his second of the night, second of the season, assisted by Rantanen and Makar. This was a tip-in goal to make it 4-1 Colorado at 10 minutes into the second period. So the midway point, the Hawks are done, and you can tell they're deflated, but that's what it's going to be. We'll probably be seeing quite a bit this season with this team. So we go into the third period down by 3. And, well, early on, we get a couple power plays. And, well, they capitalize on it. The Hawks get on the board again, and it's at 1:51 in the third period, scored by number 13, Max Domi. His first of the season, assisted by number 90, Tyler Johnson, and number 88, Patrick Kane, to get the Hawks within 2 on a power play goal. This was a nice setup. The Hawks had a rough go. They managed to keep it in the O zone, and Johnson gets it right over to Domi, and Domi redirects it in, and the Hawks are now down by 2. Can they come close to tying it? They had a couple opportunities, but it wasn't enough. Hawks get called for another penalty late in the period, and at 17:03, Vitaly Natushkin scores his second of the night off the redirection up front of the net, assisted by Makar and Rantanen to make it a 5-2 Avalanche win over the Hawks. Rough game by the Hawks on the penalty kill. Gotta stay out of the box if that's your recipe for the season, to just take that many penalties against a power offense in the Avalanche. You should not be doing that. But this was a rough game to watch. We're going to be seeing a lot of that this year, probably, most likely. And it just sucks. Again, I want to hear what your guys' thoughts were on tonight's game. This was an interesting game. The Hawks didn't get completely steamrolled, but they still did in Colorado. On to Vegas tomorrow. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, we're in for a long season, but let's go Hawks.